Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade. The NBA world has been shaken to its core. The Golden State Warriors have just made a move that no one saw coming. A decision so bold, so unexpected, and so absolutely shocking that fans, analysts, and insiders alike are still scrambling to process the implications. That's right. Golden State has officially pulled the trigger on a franchise-altering decision, and it's sending shockwaves throughout the league. Late-breaking reports confirmed that the Warriors front office, led by General Manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. and approved by head coach Steve Kerr and team ownership, have made what is now being called the boldest move of the offseason. After weeks of speculation, fake trade rumors, smoke screens, and subtle hints, their Warriors have finally done what fans thought they might never do. They've officially parted ways with one of the last remaining links to their championship dynasty. Draymond Green is being traded in a blockbuster deal that will reshape the team's identity. Yes, you heard that right. The emotional heartbeat of the Warriors, the defensive captain, the player who was always at the center of the drama, and the energy Draymond Green has been moved in a surprise trade that insiders say was finalized behind closed doors and only leaked minutes before the league was alerted. And what the Warriors got in return, that's where things get even more stunning. Golden State has acquired a package that includes a rising young star in the making, draft picks, and a highly skilled sharpshooting stretch forward who perfectly fits the team's evolving offensive philosophy. According to trusted sources, the main piece in the return is a 23-year-old two-way forward with elite athleticism who has already drawn comparisons to Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. The name is being protected until the deal is officially processed through the league, but insiders are already calling it a generational pivot for the Warriors. Now, let's take a step back and understand what this really means. Draymond Green wasn't just another player on the roster. He was the emotional leader, the motivator, the enforcer. He was the guy who dove for loose balls, took technical fouls for the team, and directed the defense like a quarterback. His departure isn't just a basketball transaction. It's an emotional earthquake for the franchise and its loyal fan base. But this bold decision wasn't made lightly. The front office, with pressure mounting to revitalize a team that missed the playoffs and looked inconsistent throughout last season, finally made the call that many thought was off-limits. They chose the future over nostalgia. They chose flexibility over comfort. And they chose to build around Steve Curry in a different way, faster, younger, and with more scoring versatility. Stephen Curry, who had previously backed his longtime teammates through thick and thin, was reportedly consulted about the decision and ultimately gave his reluctant blessing. Sources say Curry understands the championship window is still open, but only if the Warriors can modernize their approach and find a new energy to surround him. As much as he loves Draymond, he knows the business side of the league and the need for evolution. What's equally surprising is how silent the Warriors had been leading up to this. No teasers, no leaks, no drama. The front office kept it airtight, and when the announcement came through, it caught everyone off guard. Players, fans, even some agents. Social media erupted. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, every feed is dominated by reactions to this massive breaking news. Warriors Nation is reeling. Some fans are heartbroken, others are optimistic, but everyone is shocked. Even more bombshells are tied to this move. As part of the same wave of decisions, their Warriors are also reportedly finalizing talks with international star Quezado to bring him into the fold. Yes, the Filipino phenom who has gained worldwide attention for his height, versatility, and sky-high potential could be signing a multi-year deal with Golden State. The timing is no coincidence. By moving Draymond and opening up both cap space and a rotation spot, their Warriors are clearing a path for the future, and Soto could be a key part of that blueprint. Their Warriors front office sees Quesado as more than just a marketing move. They see a 73 center who can stretch the floor, protect the rim, and grow within their system. It's a gamble, but one that fits their new philosophy: high upside talent, long-term development, and global impact. Pairing a young forward from the Draymond trade with a rising star like Sodter creates a core that, if nurtured properly, could keep the team relevant long after Curry hangs up his jersey. The locker room dynamics will undoubtedly change. Draymond's voice will be missed. His leadership is fire. It's impossible to replicate. But the Warriors aren't trying to replace him. They're turning the page. A new culture is being formed. One that still revolves around Curry's greatness, but now adds fresh energy, hungry young players, and new strategic wrinkles that Steve Kerr's already drawing up. And here's where things get even more interesting. The Warriors aren't done. Not even close. League insiders are already predicting a follow-up move within the next 72 hours. Names like Buddy Hield, Kelly Oubre Jr., and even Pascal Siakam are being floated in conversations as possible targets. Golden State has made it clear they're not rebuilding, they're reloading, and the rest of the league better take notice. But make no mistake, this is a high-stakes gamble. If the new additions can't deliver, if the chemistry doesn't click, and if Steve is left carrying too heavy a load, this could backfire dramatically. But if it works, if the young core grows quickly, if Sodter develops into the player many believe he can be, and if Curry remains healthy, then we could be looking at the second wave of Warriors dominance. As for Draymond Green, sources say he's disappointed, but not surprised. The writing had been on the wall, especially after last season's struggles and off-court distractions. He'll land somewhere, maybe with the Lakers, maybe with a team needing a veteran presence, but he'll always be remembered as a Warrior legend, 4 rings, countless memories, and a legacy that's forever tied to Golden State history. This bold decision, as shocking as it is, marks the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that's already being written in bold ink. Their Warriors didn't wait for the off-season to drift by. They struck hard. They struck first. And now the rest of the league is watching closely. If you thought the dynasty was over, think again. This might just be the beginning of something even more unpredictable. And in typical Warriors fashion, they're doing it with style, shock, and a vision that only few franchises ever dare to execute. So whether you're stunned, excited, heartbroken, or fired up, one thing is clear: the Warriors are not here to play it safe. They're swinging for the fences. And as always, it's Stephen Curry leading the charge into this bold new era. Stay locked in, Warriors fans. Because if today's shocking decision is any indication, the rest of this off-season is going to be absolutely wild. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this story is far from over and the next chapter could drop at any moment.